Hi.
Welcome to College Maxing.
I'm your host Sophia, and I'm here with
Andy.
Trinity.
And welcome to our podcast. Today we're reflecting on our college application journeys and sharing tips to help next year's seniors. We'll discuss where to start, choose schools and majors, and also how to tackle essays and avoiding common mistakes. Hopefully, by the end of this video, you'll feel more prepared and less stressed about the process. Let's get started. So let's start at the beginning. Where did you all begin your college applications?
For me, it started with researching on college online. I used researches like college website, YouTube's videos, and even translation pages to get feel for schools I was interested in. I also attended a couple of virtual college fairs, which were really helpful.
Well, I talked to my school counselor first. They gave me an overview of the process and helped me to create a timeline. I also joined a few forums to hear other students' experiences. It was a lot at first, but having a plan helped me to stay on track.
Same here. I found it really helpful to talk to older students who had already applied. They gave me great advice about managing deadlines and choosing schools. Speaking of which, what factors did you guys consider when it came to forming your college list?
Location was a big one for me. I wanted to be in the city with good internship opportunities. I also looked at schools with strong programs in my major and a supportive campus community.
I focused on the academic reputation of the schools and their financial aid options. I also made sure to include a mix of dream, match, and safety schools, which made me feel more secure about the process.
That's smart. For me, diversity and campus spirit were key. I wanted to be somewhere with a good student life and a strong sense of community. It's really important to imagine yourself living and thriving there for 4 years. Let's move on to the essays. Arguably the most stressful part and the starting point of the college application process. So how do you guys approach them, and do you mind sharing what you guys wrote about?
So I started with brainstorming. I thought about moments in my life that should be unique and made a list of potential topics. Then I wrote rough drafts for a few of them to see which is the most authentic.
My strategy was to write multiple drafts and get feedback. I had my English teacher and friend read my essays to make sure they were clear and reflect my voice. Oh, and don't be afraid to rewrite. My final draft were so different from where I started.
Absolutely, for me, it was about finding a unique angle instead of focusing on what I thought colleges wanted to hear. And I wrote about what mattered most to me. And one tip is to answer the prompt directly, especially for supplemental essays. Colleges can tell when you're being vague. What were some common mistakes or pitfalls you guys encountered?
Procrastination for sure. I underestimated how much time it would take to perfect my essay and fill out applications. My advice? Start early and set a minute deadline for yourself.
Well, for me, it was overthinking. I spent way too much time second-guessing my choices and stressing about things I couldn't control, like test scores. It's important to focus on what you can do and let the rest go.
I agree. I also learned to trust my gut when it came to advice. I got so much conflicting information from different people that it became kind of overwhelming. At the end of the day, you know yourself the best. If you guys could go back to July 2024, what would you do differently?
I'll start researching scholarships earlier. There are so many opportunities out there, but deadlines are earlier than you think.
I'll take more time to visit campuses, even if it's just virtually. It really gives you a sense that if you're a right fit.
Same. I focus more on keeping my own pace. The application process can be overwhelming, but taking it step by step and setting realistic goals can help stay on track. Staying organized and taking breaks when needed also made a huge difference. Okay, so lastly, do you guys have any tips for specific tests like the TOEFL or SAT and how to maintain a high GPA?
Take SAT before TOEFL because that's your peak in English, quoted by Vanessa. And if you're watching and you're concerned about your GPA, you're cooked.
Well, for SAT, just keep practicing it on Google. It helps a lot. And GPA-wise, just try your best since there's not much you can do in your senior year.
Thanks for tuning in with College Maxi. Bye everyone.